Planetary intergalactic.
I really have told that story probably like 10 times.
Well, the funniest part is that Tom Segura called me the day she died.
Oh.
The day she died, he goes, Whitney Houston died. You got to tell you Whitney Houston's story on stage. And I went, what? And he goes, she died. She just died. He might have been in the car with me. We might have been driving to a gig, and we found out she died. And he goes, oh my God, you got to tell you Whitney Houston story tonight. And I go, yeah, I have to. And he goes, you know what the best part is? Now she's dead, you can say whatever you want. Like, you can say that she said you were her favorite comic. And I was like, oh my God, I guess a little morbid. He goes, no, you should say that.
I'll tell you what, it's funny how, you know, that you guys all know each other. I was watching, I watched a clip the other night. I really like Greg Warren.
Oh, I love Greg Warren.
He was on the Late Late Show the other night, and Billy Gardell was, they're having guest hosts, and Billy was guest hosting. And they told this story on the show about how Billy Gardell was in St. Louis, which is where Greg's from.
Yeah.
And he got the call that he was going to get to audition for this show, Mike and Molly. So Greg Warren, who wasn't performing that night though, went down to the club so he could run lines with Billy. So he was like, so he read the Melissa McCarthy part. And Billy was like, you know, so I got the job, and I've always been so thankful to you. And Greg was like, yeah, I thought it was really good. I'm really surprised Melissa McCarthy got that role, because I was pretty solid.
What's cool? You guys still rolling?
Oh yeah.
Okay. What's cool about the business is like Kevin Hart's the biggest actor in the world.
Yeah.
Right now. He's the biggest comic in the world. So Kevin Hart, I have a great Kevin Hart story that now that you know Kevin Hart,
yeah, and
makes it so much better. He was in I was going to play basketball with my buddy Croy, and I was like, I don't have any basketball shoes. And Croy's like, well, let's go to the mall. You should get Jordans. So I was like, okay. So I went and got Jordans. Apparently, you don't play basketball with Jordans. Like, that's not basketball shoes.
Okay.
And like for real basketball players.
They're like fashion shoes.
Right.
Yeah.
But I just bought the newest Jordans, and I buy them, and I got the bag, and I was like, dude, I feel like crazy. I got Jordans. Like, I never had Jordans before.
Yeah.
And then my buddy's like, yeah. And Kevin Hart sees me, and so he sees that I have a bag of Jordans, and he comes running up behind me, and he grabs my bag, and he goes, give me those Jordans! But I didn't see it was Kevin Hart. All I saw was a black person trying to steal something, and I went, get away! And I freaked out, and Kevin Hart saw the moment of racism in my eyes, of like me being scared, and he looked at me and went, Bert, it's Kevin. I went, hey Kevin. But it was like, I did like a real moment, like I thought I was getting robbed, and Kevin was like, I saw for a second in your eyes. I was like, you scared the crap out of me. I'm so sorry. But like, it's, you know, like those are the cool things about being a comic. Like, it's not. I can't imagine there's any coolness in being like an actor. Like
comics have, and I know this from talking to comics and from talking to athletes and musicians and actors. Comics have a different relationship with each other than everybody else does.
Yeah.
And you can see that, you can find that on social media just watching Twitter go by for a few minutes, where you see other comics promote the work of other comics. And you'll see someone say, oh, my buddy so-and-so has a special tonight. My buddy so-and-so is in this movie that comes out this weekend. You'll never see like George Clooney say, hey, Reese Witherspoon has a movie opening this weekend. You guys ought to all check it out. No, but comics do that for each other.
Do you know who Al Madrigal is?
Yeah, I do.
Al Madrigal is, it runs a network that I'm a part of called All Things Comedy. It's a collective for comics who have podcasts, and basically, if it ever sells, we all get a fair shake. Mm-hmm. It's Bill Burr and Al Madrigal started it.
Yeah.
You know those types of people, that's all the guys that are on it. So he calls and he's like, there's like 5 partners that all work there. Meaning like 5 comics who all make the decisions. I'm one of them, Ari Shafir's one of them. A few guys, Bill and Al. So he goes, hey, can you guys come meet and we'll talk about business stuff? And so I was like, yeah. So we go, but we go in our studios, like there's a sign that says taping in progress. So we're like, kind of like, what the fuck? Me and Ari are waiting out there. And the guy comes out, one of the guys comes out and he goes, hey, I'm sorry, Bill's getting interviewed, or Al's getting interviewed by NPR. It's a little serious, so we just kind of wait until it's over. Oh, yeah, sure. So I go, all right, let's get naked and let's walk into the room. So, mind you, I was unaware. Ari and I get totally naked in the hallway of a studio. We're in a studio. We get totally naked, and we just walk in very casually. Go, shh, sorry, but we're totally naked. Al finds it amazing and hilarious. Whoever's interviewing him on NPR is like, what the fuck is wrong with these men? And that person has no idea that I'm a father, that being interviewed by NPR, the only thing that can make that better is walking in completely naked and then sitting down and putting on headsets as if we're part of the interview. But I think that's, like I said to my wife one time, by the way, I love fucking talking to you. I wish I could talk to you for an hour.
Thank you.
I said to my wife one time, she was like, you gotta be so proud of yourself. Because I had a sitcom deal and a book deal, and a TV show on the air at the same time. All this, and do stand up on the podcast. She gotta be really proud of yourself. And I was like, I don't know. I feel like all that shit kind of goes to the side. And what I'm most proud of, the only thing I'm most proud of, is the fact that I worked hard to become a stand-up, and that in the group of stand-ups, I'm considered a peer, and that it's like an exclusive club to be in. Because you get a pass. With every comic goes, no, he's a comedian. You can't take what he's saying serious. Because he committed his life to comedy at the age of 26, and worked the door, and did open mics and all that. But like, yeah, I feel like, by the way, I don't know what it is about you, but I feel like I could talk to you for like fucking hours.
I would tell you that bit about getting naked and walking in during an NPR interview, I think that happened during that recent Bill Cosby interview as well that he did with NPR. I think that happened. They might have cut that out.
You walked in.
I think I heard that someplace. It was like Malcolm Jamal Warner and I can't remember who the other one was.
Malcolm Jamal Warner. Sorry.
Right.
I took a sip of the drink outside. That fucking Bill Cosby, man. Can you believe? I would have never thought anything would have happened to him.
I love Bill Cosby. We planned a trip I go to Vegas a few times a year, and we always find some show and build a trip around that. And last summer, it was going to see Bill Cosby at Treasure Island. I just love Bill Cosby. So I just find that whole thing very painful. Like, it's either true, and he's this kind of person, or it's not true, and to believe that, you got to believe, 48 women are lying. It's really...
There's no way that many women... I think some women are lying, but there's no way that 48 are.
No, it's not possible.
I mean, like...
I just made that number up, by the way.
Oh, no, oh, yeah. But I mean, they're like, Janice Dickinson, I was like, I don't really trust you a ton. Yeah. Because you seem like a little suspect about everything, and you seem like it might seem like a bandwagon thing.
Yeah.
But there's no way. I mean, I listened to the accounts. There's no way. There's no way that...
There was a woman...
And by the way, and I'll just put this at this. It's inappropriate for a celebrity to tell a young teen star she's invited to the set of his movie if he's married. It's inappropriate. Yeah. It's inappropriate for me to... I have firm stances on everything. I'm very liberal. However, I'm very strict. Yeah. It's inappropriate for me to invite a woman back to my hotel room. I'm a married man. That should not happen. It is inappropriate for me to carry on more of a conversation than, thank you very much, I hope you enjoyed the show, with any woman, because I'm a married man.
You can't put yourself in a situation, you can't put someone else in a situation, it's not right.
Just I mean, it's happened, it's totally happened. I mean, I've totally been in weird situations with fans, or, where you hang out and you go to a bar and you drink with people. That happens all the time. Yeah. However, if I have a sitcom, I would never invite anybody to the set. I would never invite anybody to the set. That's just doesn't. If you're friends of my family's and you want to come see it, that's great.
That's a
But you don't go to, like that one girl that was the protein tennis player. Yeah. You don't go in and just go, hey, you want to come see the show? And tell your men's mixed doubles partner not to come. Yeah.
It's all sad. It's all sad.
It is.
I gotta get ready for another interview.
Awesome, man. Thank you.
But I love seeing you.
I love seeing you too. Are you still rolling? Hey, this is Bert Kreischer.